Hi everyone, my name is Helen. This is Fizzy Tarot, and today I'm doing a pick a card reading. What tools you can utilize in order to muster the strength to endure your life's next storm. So there's an introduction to the general vibe of each pile. I chose 9s. So in numerology, 9 is close to completion, upper level skills, and sometimes strife, sometimes stress. But I view the number 9 as an achiever. So like it symbolizes achievement and work ethic. So without further ado, the first pile we have here, the 9 of Pentacles with an amethyst. And I will show you the cards and the stones in just a moment. Pile 2 is the 9 of Cups with an emerald pendant made by my friend at Rock Cycled, Zach. Shout out to Zach. And the third pile is the 9 of Swords with a Lapis Lazuli. So let me go ahead and show you the cards and their stones. So this first stone is an amethyst. So I need to turn on that light. So little tumbled amethyst. The emerald wrapped by my friend Zach, wrapped in silver. And the lapis heart. It's a very little heart. Cute. And then the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Swords. All right. Check the description or the chapters for your reading. Hello, pile number 1. You chose the amethyst and the 9 of Pentacles. And I will start with a heavy oracle message and then get into the tarot. And I'm going to keep these around 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and start with the activations oracle. And then let's get an affirmation. And I forget the name of this deck, but if you're curious, I will link it below. Let's get a couple. Okay, let's go ahead and pull the tarot now. Actually, this needs a real shuffle. Real shuffling. Okay. Let's get those 3. And I need to shuffle this as well. Okay. All right. Here's your tarot. Let's start with the oracle messages. Okay. Solar plexus chakra. This card reads, please focus. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. Number 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So interesting. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what your affirmation is. I trust my life path and know that I'm always being taken care of. Contrast, conflict, contradiction. Differing views are present. Working together is difficult. Insincerity hurts reputations. Read. Information is key. Grow. Develop new understanding. Expand. Pursue higher learning. Reach, strive, aim. Your dreams are coming true. Do not give in to defeat. Go higher and farther. Okay, so let's see. Your oracle message so far, pile number 1 is out of focus. So sorry about that. I think that you're having a hard time progressing at the moment on potentially like expanding your higher learning, expanding your knowledge of your chosen expertise, your chosen field. I think maybe you're having some team issues where like physically someone isn't present at the moment. And it seems like they're putting a lot of expectation on you, pile 1, to keep the project afloat. They're not really willing to work together in the most like impactful way possible. So yeah, I'm getting right now that you're feeling a little defeated because your affirmation is I trust my life path and know that I'm always being taken care of. That means that you're a very genuine person. Pile number 1. I think you maybe wear your heart on your sleeve, and I think that you take it a little too personally perhaps when others don't show up physically. If someone is disappointing you, harden yourself to that. Like at this point, you're the Knight of Pentacles. You are ready to be on your own. Like you are a leader. You know you have the skills to achieve what you want to achieve. You just have to expand your knowledge a bit more and get to that next level. And then you won't have to deal with people who don't show up because you'll be in that upper echelon, right? You'll be playing with the big boys, as they say. So let's get into your tarot and see what your message is. You have the Strength card. It did come out in reverse. Interesting. So I'm going to leave it reversed. The 7 of Swords. Sneaky little leopard there in the tree. And the King of Wands. Is that focusing? I'm so sorry if it's not focusing well. The 6 of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And a Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So, pile number 1. I think your message is to ensure that when you get started on something, you finish it. Even if you are faced with some setbacks, it does look like potentially you're trying to start something. You're trying to manifest that Ace of Pentacles that you need for the 10. And in the future, you're going to be feeling a little weak to an ex, or maybe an old business partner that maybe you signed a contract with for financial funding in the past and they really let you down. But like there's Seven of Swords, sort of like acting sneaky, acting as if like they're always going to come out on top, like you're never going to really like get ahead of them. And they have that attitude, and like maybe one bad experience is, you know, your main apprehension here. So let me get to the point. The embodiment of wands is the King of Wands here. And the King of Wands is a natural born leader. As I was saying, I think that you're someone who knows exactly where you're going. You have a skill set. You're someone who just struggles with the imposter syndrome, as they say, and you need to remind yourself that your life path is your security. People believe you, people trust you, you have integrity, you're a dignified professional in your craft, pile number 1. And the message is very clear that you need to remind yourself every morning, you can do this. You can finish. You can cross that finish line. If that finish line is years away, you have to keep chugging along, because that is your destiny and you are meant to achieve greatness. So I hope you enjoyed your reading, pile number 1. And I will conclude this here. Please like, subscribe, comment, say hi. I'm a new channel and I'm trying to build my audience. So if you could chat with me in the comments, that's cool. I'm going to be reading every single comment and making sure there's no weird spammers and stuff. So I appreciate you so much, pile number 1. Best of luck weathering your life's next storm. Bye. Hello, pile 2. You chose 9 of Cups with the emerald pendant. And I will start with an oracle drawing. Drawing? Is that the right word? I don't think so. That one felt right. Get one of these. What does pile 2 need to focus on for their next life storm? Okay, those are your oracle cards. Now let's pull your tarot really quick. What does pile 2 need to know regarding their next life storm? Okay, let's start with your oracle. You have dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Number 23. Your affirmation is, I have the power to rewrite my story. That's beautiful. And yes, you do, pile 2, have that ability. Descend, regression, down. Take a step back. Go back in time for answers. Rise up again if you fall. Departure, travel, adventure. It is time to go. The world awaits, seeing new places. Doorway, path, opportunity, unobstructed journey. It is time to move ahead. Seize the offer. So your oracle message, unfortunately, I see that the next life storm that you're facing, pile 2, is actually going to be a removal of something that you're used to. I think you know that there's been a dynamic in your life that hasn't been working, and you're ready to embody this independence that the Nine of Cups embodies. The strength that you're going to need to muster to weather your next life storm, according to your oracle card reading, is the ability to see more doorways. So you need to develop your ability to see new opportunities, to not just be a yes man and just go along with whatever you're used to in life. You need to really look at all the different opportunities in your life to change direction or travel the world. I think you're wanting to actually disengage during the next storm. That doesn't mean emotionally abandon. You shouldn't just like ghost someone or a situation that you're responsible for, of course. But I think if you gracefully decline or respectfully say no, the next time something is asked of you, or the next time someone decides I'm going to tell my own narrative rather than, share the truth or your truth, which might be different from their truth. We all have different experiences, as we know, and I think that's why these readings are very helpful to randomly, practice empathy for all the different scenarios we can experience. And that's another thing. I'm getting this vibe, pile number 2, that you actually feel pretty emotionally fulfilled in the current situation that you're in. So I'm thinking that this card here is kind of the 8 of Cups. It's like you feel fine in this scenario, but deep down you know that there's something off about the dynamic between you and another person. And it might not be another person. It might be the dynamic with yourself, pile number 2. Let's see what your tarot has to say. I'm excited. Okay, so you got the 9 of Cups in reverse. Interesting. You have the King of Wands in reverse. and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Lovers in reverse. If they're all in reverse, I'm going to flip them over. The Eight of Swords and the World. Okay, so we do have one that's not in reverse. Okay, pile 2. I sat looking at your cards for about, I don't know, a minute or so. And I am drinking my coffee. So, pile number 2. I see very clearly that either in your near future or in your recent past, you have dealt with a breakup. The reason I say that is the Lovers in reverse, the Eight of Swords in reverse, or is that, that's 8, and the World. These all signal, these 3 as one message signal that you have liberated yourself, or you will be liberating yourself from a very tyrannical King of Wands, fire sign maybe, in reverse. The King of Wands in reverse is just moody, angry, unfair, pretty much a villain in any Disney movie. The Nine of Cups in reverse. I think right now you feel like everything is fine, and you'll soon feel like your whole world's flipped upside down. But don't panic, because this is also just a tarot reading. But I want to say that this Five of Pentacles in reverse, I think this is saying this is the end of hardship for you. Like, you liberating yourself and walking away after falling. So I think that you're going to either have a breakup, lose a job, so be prepared, start applying to jobs now, or you're going to decide, okay, I'm done with this life and pursue something entirely new. You know deep down, pile number 2, what is right for you, and the dynamic that you're currently experiencing might be okay for you in your emotional well-being because it's familiar, because it's comfortable. But what is comfortable doesn't always lead to growth. And, you know, that's why the mama bird, you know, pretty much pushes her chicks out of the nest, because they would never leave if she didn't. They would just stay, you know? So I'm getting that this is very specific, but some of you have lived with a parent and had a weird dynamic with a relationship while living with your parent, and I think it's led to your partner, male or female, fire sign, being distressed or not happy with your current living situation. Now that's very specific. It could be a job, it could be anything, honestly, but I'm getting that relationship love woes with the Lovers in reverse. So the Lovers in reverse is really just like disharmony, like you're not getting along with someone in your vicinity, which goes along with the dynamic card and what I was feeling from it, because it's the number 5. A 5 is conflict. So I immediately got that. So yeah, I'm thinking your message here, pile number 2, is that it's important for you to remind yourself that you have the power to rewrite your story despite having experienced something or will experience something that will make you fall. Don't be afraid to explore, to travel, to take a breather from this dynamic that might be causing you some distress in the future or right now. And don't allow yourself to dwell, right? Release, like, be fine with releasing the attachment to your comfort and what's familiar, because you will grow immensely if you walk through one of those doors that you have not yet seen. So I hope this was helpful, and if it wasn't, I hope it was at least comforting. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you around my next post. Have a blessed day. Bye. Hey, pile 3, you chose the Lapis Lazuli with the 9 of Swords. And let's go ahead and just get started. I'm going to start with an oracle reading. What does pile 3 need to know regarding their next life storm? What does pile 3 need to know regarding their next life storm? Pile 3. Ooh. Nope, lost it. Pile 3. What do you need to know? Oh, okay. Pile 3. Pile 3. Let's pull your tarot. What does pile 3 need to know regarding their next life storm? What strength do they need to embody? Last but not least, the Tarot of Oneness. One of my favorite modern depictions of the tarot. What does pile 3 need to know regarding the next life storm? All right. Let's get your oracle message first, and then we'll read your tarot. So you have, ooh, pile 2 had this one. Dynamic, 23. So it says, the frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Your affirmation is, I love and respect myself. What a beautiful message for the 9 of Swords. Okay, so you also have unknown, unseen, and mystery. Leave behind expectations. The future is hidden. All will unfold in time. Education, knowledge, wisdom. It's time to learn more. You have a lot to teach. Your pains became medicine. And last, desert, thirst, pilgrimage, spiritual challenge, seeking divine connection, and test of faith. Actually, I'm going to move these. Okay. So, pile number 3. So, if you were resonating at all with the 9 of Cups pile, you should watch that as well because they also have the dynamic. Your oracle is suggesting that you are depressed. Could have guessed that with the Nine of Swords choice, but regarding perhaps your thirst for more, you're a little bored, and you're wondering why there's so little going on in your life. Like I think that unfortunately pile number 3, like you have been really, really bored, and you have been having a hard time finding interest in anything. It's called anhedonia, where you can't really find pleasure in anything. And sometimes I experience this. It's not fun. Yeah, basically you can't laugh, you can't cry, you feel numb. So I think pile number 3, you're currently not in a situation where it makes sense for you to dedicate a lot of time towards your education. However, you have a great education. You have a great basis of knowledge that you could be offering people. And I'm also kind of getting that maybe you don't know how much you have to offer the world because of your dynamic being off, and the people in your life they take you for granted. They don't appreciate how much you have to offer, wisdom-wise, knowledge-wise, skills-wise. You feel a little invisible. Let's pull your tarot now. Well, first, let me say that I think your oracle is suggesting that you don't necessarily need to be seen. You just need to understand your own value. So I love and respect myself. That's a very basic affirmation, right? That's like what everyone thinks when you say an affirmation. That is like the number 1 at the top of the list. You need to love yourself, right? It's hard to love yourself. It is, especially when you don't find any, value in your daily activities. With this test of faith, seeking divine connection, the strength that you will need to muster to successfully muster your next life storm, pile number 3, will be your spiritual faith. You need to find and formulate meaning for yourself. It doesn't just fall into our lap, meaning we have to decide, this is what I want. This is how I'm going to live. This is my ethos. This is what will fulfill me. And until you figure that out, you're not really going to know what to learn next or which way to go. There's this unknown happening inside your head. You're just a little overwhelmed with choice paralysis, I'm getting. So yeah, focus on the strength of your faith in yourself, pile number 3. That will be your guiding light in your next life storm. So let's take a look at your tarot now. You have the Knight of Wands. You have the Tower in reverse. That validates what I was saying about being bored. There's not enough going on. And the Emperor in reverse. Ooh, tyranny. Tyranny. The Queen of Cups in reverse. Let's put her next to the Emperor in reverse. the Hierophant in reverse. This is rebellion. And last, the Seven of Swords in reverse. All right, pile number 3. Wowzers. So, Seven of Swords. That's getting caught doing something illegal. Hierophant, like I said, is rebellion. Queen of Cups is emotional instability. The Emperor is tyranny in reverse. The Action of Wands is the Knight of Wands. It's passionate action. And the Tower is stasis. There's nothing changing. How can I say this politely? I think you've been up to some mischief, pile number 3, and you might be coming down off the high of, you know, the ballsy action. I'll just say it. Like, I think that you have been maybe a little too overzealous about going along with the crowd, or allowing a dynamic really create a toxicity in your life. And you do know a lot, and maybe I'm getting that you have been engaging in something that is harming other people. And, you know, I'm sensing that you feel guilty about it. So if this is true, pile number 3, if maybe you haven't, maybe someone has been mischievous towards you, okay? This tyrant here, I'm getting that either you're a tyrant or someone has been a tyrant. Someone has been doing something illegal, and you have finally awakened to this terrible dynamic that's been occurring. Oh wow, I just had this very strong download. Pile number 3. I think that potentially if you have a friend who has been acting erratically, like not like their normal selves, you should check in and just, you know, visit them in person and make sure that they're not getting involved with shady characters or ruining their life with substance use. I think that someone in your vicinity has been abusing substances, or you have been abusing substances. Whatever the case may be, whoever is abusing substances here, it's important. It's important. Educate yourself. I like to say this, that drugs aren't dangerous if you know exactly what they do, right? Because if you know exactly what they do, and you know the risk that you're taking when you ingest them, and yes, alcohol is a drug, then you can temper your actions and be wise and not overconsume if you value your life. Okay? You love and respect yourself. Pile number 3. You need to say that to yourself regularly. And if you are struggling with that, I know how it is. Your cards are suggesting that instead of rebelling, you find meaning. Find where you belong, what your purpose in life may be. And don't let yourself decide that you're worthless, okay? Because if I wanted to decide that I was worthless, I would be, right? Well, not really. But if I believed I was worthless, I would never, ever try to better my life or better my situation, right? So when this is in reverse, it kind of means like we're totally ignoring our higher power. We're not connecting at all to our spiritual path, our spiritual purpose in life, whatever that means to you. And I think you're even well knowledgeable of spiritual practices, but you might be a little out of touch if you have been abusing something.